even before Hollywood's big hit dinosaur movies. Museum dinosaur displays fascinated children and others alike. However, few like consider who makes this amazing creation. Canadian craftsman Peter Mays workshop near Niagara Falls, Ontario. Seems to be like a dinosaur construction site. It's a work in progress on a Stegosaurus, and we have put the plates on and reconstructed the backbone. This one is pretty straightforward. It's your all standard dinosaur. Straightforward only if you're Peter May. But that's because he's one of the world's best at this craft. This can right out of blue, it's just growing. I don't think anybody could sit down and their late seams and say, I'm going to be a dinosaur builder. May began his career working at Toronto's Royal Ontario Museum in the early 1980s. However, many of the museums and the group could no longer afford to keep sports like May on staff. So the dinosaur builder found a job more suited for him. Instead of limiting himself to one museum, he starts hiring himself out as a freelancer. So he found that if he freelanced, the museums of the world could come to him when they need him. And that's what's happening. He has jobs in Europe and in Japan and a lot around the world. Most people believe he is the best. It's rare for May's company, Richard Casting International, to mount actual dinosaur bones. Most of the work is making casts of real bones to create artificial ones. The process begins with spraying the actual bone with rubber to recreate its feel and shape. Next, they wrap the cast shape in a hard covering for support and pour in a fiberglass compound. The finished product is an artificial bone that is identical in shape to the real one. These artificial bones are cheaper and lighter than natural fossils, and holes can be really into them, so the skeleton can be assembled on a simple supporting structure, thus making them more stable. Most of the skeletons, however, are incomplete. The world must shade the missing pieces to recreate parts of animals that have been extinct for millions of years. There aren't many courses about mountain dinosaurs. May still must learn on the job. Some start their careers in another training for their skulls. Gord Dolman was a blacksmith. It's a good blend of science and art. My scars are actually, I guess they are coming back in a lot of ways. Some people are wanting decorative ironwork, but the actual trade of blacksmithing is a bit of dinosaur too. Putting a skeleton together is a natural version of a construction project. The unfortunate aspect of this polo is that it's just one piece and the skeleton is placed incorrectly. The entire structure could be thrown off. And if you don't start with the leg in the right way, then the head will be wrong. And then the backbone will be wrong. So you really have to know what you're doing from the beginning on, so that everything works properly. I mean, it's like a puzzle, you can put one piece. One piece you wrote and expect everything is what it lives. The welder in May's workshop also helps scientists solve the mysteries surrounding insect recharges around the earth. They are in the form of controversies of how these animals live and acted, because how you put them together, what kind of posture you put them in, really is the way they are interpreted. A paleontologist might say, well, we believe it's done this way. And the guy who's mounting it could say, well, I don't think the bones go together, why look. You know, and so there is this controversy back and forth that's quite valuable. And there's a very big difference between an average mount and a fantastic mount. A really beautifully posed mount in a work of art. Dinosaur builders are the public face of paleontology,